Give you guys an update on how 3 of my Cattleyas are doing in semi-hydroponics asterisk modified. So some of you might be mortified that I actually don't have any holes for the water to drain out from, which is just because, one, at the time that I switched these plants over, I didn't have any tool to drill holes into glass. I now do, but I'm actually not super worried about it. I grow some of my orchids in, one of my orchids in rock culture, and it doesn't have any drainage holes either. And so I just make sure not to overfill the reservoir, unlike I did here. And that way the water just goes up and it kind of works the same way, I think. So anyway, this one is in Ceramis. The Ceramis came from German Deli with Leca. This one is the one I made the mistake of putting a little bit too much water. I usually like to keep the water about anywhere between a ½ inch to 3/4 to an inch high. This one's probably up to here with the water, and I think with the addition of Ceramis, the water actually, if you look at the very top, like only those very, very top pebbles are dry, whereas the rest of them look to be quite moist. Like you can even see the moisture on the Leca. They're not as moist as down here, but obviously the water is being dispersed to those up there. I can't quite remember if these roots were, I don't believe these roots were grown in this method. I believe it was a tip over that I needed to handle quickly, and so I just transitioned it over. And so you can tell kind of on those roots, they're looking quite waterlogged. It's definitely new for them. But I'm hoping that they do get, at least up top, a chance to dry out and put out some new ones. The good thing is that at the time of transition, there was this new growth growing, which you should be able to see that we have a brand new root right there. And so that one hopefully, you know, will do really well in this more water retentive setup. There we go. Pushing Buddy aside. Then we have this one, which was actually the first that I put into semi-hydroponics. This one is actually the same plant. And that one was in traditional medium, put out a lot more roots, but this one suffered a setback because of me, and the setback is evident right there. This right here is an attempt the plant made to have a new growth, and in the process of repotting, once I was finished repotting, I had broken it. The interesting thing though is that a lot of the roots are coming from that broken new growth. Like all of those roots are from that new growth, which is awesome. Then that new growth put out this new growth, which is interesting to see. Like if you do damage a new growth, there might still be a chance for the plant to take off, because this one kind of took off. It's got roots like crazy. They don't look the most adapted, but we're gonna make it. Then we have one that has actually are we focused? Okay, there we go. From this growth, which was also out and about at the same time as the one that I broke. And can we just say hello roots? And not only that, can we say, can you see that green root right there belongs to that plant? So it is finding its way down and down and down. Some of the old roots, actually all of the old roots, don't look the best, but things are still happening. Like those are definitely rotting. And because I don't have a water reservoir, because I don't have drainage holes, that means where are they going to go? Nowhere but out of my way, because I'm going to have to repot it. Depending on how quickly this deterioration continues to happen, I will be losing a lot of those roots, but I'm fine with that because clearly the plant is making some, so that is awesome. The last one for the update is the same plant. This one just was in traditional medium, put out a lot of roots. Can we focus? Can we do that? Yeah. Put out a lot of roots. It tipped over, which sparked my repot. And can you see that? That is a new root going down into the medium. So, yeah, we shall see. I almost want to start cutting off the old roots for these because, I mean, like, I get that they're good for anchoring, but I feel like they're a liability. So, but I will also say that in this, these have definitely plumped up. All of these were quite small, especially this one. This one looked like, let's see, not quite as thin as this right here, but it was definitely, you can even see the remnants of the wrinkles that it had, but it is retaining, like the plant is definitely being hydrated. So it looks a lot better. They all look a lot better, which is awesome. I have a lot of plants that I would like to transition into this method, but I need to find a way to make sure that it works for me. So, all right, thank you. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.